back to the Rich Eisen Show. Terrell Owens is here in his polka dot sleeveless hoodie as part of his prototype 81 clothing line that he is forming. And we'll talk about the What to Do global campaign that you're also putting together in a matter of moments. But for the moment, I want to hit the poll question and get your thoughts on this. Save time and money by downloading TrueCar's mobile app. Configure the new car you want, then see what others paid for it and lock in guaranteed savings from TrueCar certified dealers in your area. Most users save over $3,000 less than MSRP. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today. Normally, we have a producer here named Chris Brockman who's sitting in that chair that's currently empty. Okay, he is at a wedding in Hawaii. I missed the first 2 hours of this program because I went and attended the preschool graduation, in air quotes, of my 4-year-old son who sings and dances as part of his group. Oh, okay. And the poll question at richeisenshow.com today is...
While Andrew was filling in, the poll question today was, who had the better excuse to miss work today, T.O.? Rich Eisen, who was attending, as he said, his son's preschool graduation, or Chris Brockman going to a college friend's wedding?
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
What do you think? Terrell Owens.
Now, mind you, preschool graduation.
Answers. Well, he's got a son.
I know. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't mean to lead the witness here,
but is this a situation where you're gonna have to answer to the wife?
No, if you're asking me if I'm my own man, T.O., I'm trying to figure out what that is. But I mean, everybody here knows my wife. She sits in this chair sometimes when I'm not here. No, this has got to do with being a father, a son wanting to say, Dad, you know.
The vote was split 50-50, so yours could sway it here.
I'm kind of on the fence about this, too, because the thing is, I'm sure there will be many more graduations for your son.
Yeah?
I don't know about the wedding.
Okay.
Weddings,
Sounds like you're going wedding.
Are you going to go wedding?
Kind of hit or miss.
Final answer.
It's okay.
But I'm a dad, too.
Yes, you are.
And so...
How old is your kid?
I got 4 kids.
You got 4 kids. So how old are your kids?
So my daughter has a graduation tomorrow.
From where? High school or what?
No.
Okay. Where?
She's at Farragut Academy.
Okay.
So she's going to be going into the 7th grade.
That's a big moment.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the kid on this one.
I'm going to go with Terrell Owens is a father first. And then he's a fashion impresario, second.
All right, the official votes are in.
Okay, so I don't mean to leave you hanging. Wow, gosh. Wow.
Chris Brockman, with 50.75% of the votes, wins the poll today.
How is this even close?
Again, I'm going to just leave it at many of my wonderful, valuable, terrific listeners live in areas where they don't normally be able to get to Hawaii, and that sounds pretty special. And maybe that there are other graduations as opposed to being heartless beasts of individuals who point and click on Chris Brockman's name.
Sorry,
it's Thursday.
That's probably why a lot of people would go to Hawaii.
Don't you think?
It's just for the vacation aspect.
Pro Bowl, perfect example.
Exactly.
How many times when you're going to Hawaii that your phone was ringing of everybody who wants to come with you and go out there?
No, I didn't have. I was pretty selective with mine.
Well, I'm sure, but your phone probably was ringing, right, off the hook?
No, it wasn't ringing off the hook.
They just knew better?
Yeah, absolutely. Mine clearly was hand-picked. I already knew who I was taking and who wasn't going.
Okay, let's go to, he's a regular caller to this program. Matthew in Enid, Oklahoma. He's a Bills fan calling here for Terrell Owens.
Bills
Matthew?
Mafia, let's go.
How you doing, T.O.?
I'm good. How are you, bro?
It's awesome. We had you for a season. I wish it could have been longer.
I know, man.
I was rooting for you, man, to stay, but it didn't work out. I got a couple questions for you.
Chan Gailey didn't want me.
I know, but he was a wiener, so it's all good.
He said that, not you. He said that. I don't want you to get in that. What do you mean Chan Gailey didn't want you? He didn't want you?
Yeah, I mean, clearly that didn't last long. His tenure didn't last long. It lasted about as long as I did over there.
I got a couple questions for you.
Go for it.
What's your favorite moment from your career?
What's your favorite moment from your career, Terrell?
Oh, man. Man. I mean, I think probably like the most notable one would be, in my mind, would be the catch against Green Bay. And then, of course, I'm sure if they did a poll between that and the Dallas Star thing, I don't know where that would be.
It would finish in second and third behind the Sharpie, sir.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I think.
I forget about all the stuff that I did.
You forgot about the Sharpie, huh?
Yeah. That was
What about the game
genius.
you had in the Super Bowl? I mean, coming back off the fibula in record time.
Yeah, I mean, and I got labeled selfish for coming back to play in that game. So go, you know.
Who was labeling
The
you
media
selfish?
did. That was a big. That was a topic. You know, that was a topic of discussion.
Because why?
Because it was me.
So why do you think people were saying that about?
I have no idea.
It found you all the time.
I have no idea. Like, yeah, why would I be labeled a selfish guy for coming back to try to play in the Super Bowl to help my team win? Guaranteed, if that was Brett Favre in that situation, he would have gotten all types of accolades, awards. They would have built an award for him.
The Brett Favre Teammate
exactly,
Award.
All Iron Man Tonka Truck Award. They would have made an award for him.
What would that award look like? Like a truck, I think? Or
Yeah,
something
I mean, it might be
an
like
iron?
All Iron Man, Dwayne Rock Johnson.
But where is the Sharpie now? Do you know where that Sharpie is?
I have no idea.
No idea. None.
I don't know. I have no idea.
My-
I mean, even, you know what's really funny? The ball that I caught in against the Green Bay Packers, had I been thinking, I would have probably kept it. But I was so excited and so emotional after that game. I got the ball and threw it up in the stands.
Did you really?
Yep.
That's
That's a question, is where is that ball?
I'd love to know.
Who caught that ball?
I'd love to know.
Yeah.
And will you give them a prototype 81 polka dotted sleeveless hoodie in exchange?
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's I think that's a fair exchange.
Absolutely.
But hearing
And
these
if
stories,
it's a woman, I give him some leggings.
hearing these stories though from Mariucci's perspective, as I have had the fortune of doing, the Sharpie and the star, because he didn't see either of them.
Right, because
Because
I
where he
like
was
the way
standing.
you say it from your perspective.
Yes.
And in my perspective,
Yes.
and should be for everybody, there's always three sides to a story.
No, what I mean just from him just saying he was a coach and he had no idea, hey, somebody just, that T.O. just signed.
How could you not see that?
He said he didn't see you sign the football, the Sharpie.
I would agree with that.
That somebody just said that.
Right,
No,
I
he
would
saw
agree.
you go out to the star.
No, he said he didn't see me,
Well, I mean, his back was turned.
but I
and then-
went out there twice.
Yeah, well, I think one of the two times he definitely saw you. He likes you though. You don't think he likes you?
I mean, we had our differences.
I know you did.
Yeah.
But
And they're validated, trust me.
oh boy.
I even had to go to the late Bill Walsh on one of those incidents.
In San Francisco. Mm-hmm. What happened? Do you
I'll
wanna
leave
elaborate?
it for you. I
Okay,
mean,
you'll
I'll
leave that where it is.
But trust me, Bill Walsh had my back on it.
Who is the best wide receiver in the game today? Who do you, Terrell Owens, think is number one?
I would say it's kind of a toss-up between Dez Bryant and Calvin Johnson, I think. But there's a lot of budding and emerging stars. You think about Odell. He's a guy that you want to see play.
Do you relate to Dez not just because he's a Cowboy, or just knowing where he is and how he's in that spotlight in a similar way as you?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, being in Dallas and playing with that star on the side of your helmet, I mean, it's a great moment. I mean, it's a great feeling to go out there and play, for America's team. Like, playing against them, I never really knew too much about it, didn't feel it. Playing, for one of the greatest organizations in San Francisco 49ers, but to actually, and then I played with Philly, those fans are very passionate.
Yes.
But, to play on a team where, you're donned as America's team, there's a lot of expectations that goes into that. And so when I went there, I mean, I thought it was just a perfect place for me in terms of, what I had done in San Francisco, where I was coming from, the situation in Philly. For somebody like myself with a great personality and flamboyant, as some may say, I tried to live up to the hype of really being that go-to guy. You had great receivers like Drew Pearson and Michael Irvin that played there. You had guys like Deion Sanders. You had guys, great stars in Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. They just weren't as exuberant as the two that I mentioned in Deion and Michael Irvin. So for me, I was I try to create my own lane. I knew what I brought to the game. I knew what I brought to the table every Sunday. I practiced with passion. I played with passion. So, you know, to be where Dez is, and obviously he's going through some ups and downs and a lot of issues off the field. I can't, you know, in terms of personal life, I can't really relate to him in that manner. But to go and play for a team like the Dallas Cowboys, to play for an owner like Jerry, and obviously you want to win. You know, you want to win a Super Bowl, especially, you know, for an organization right there that's known for winning Super Bowls. There's a lot of added pressure, and some people, you know, they can handle it, and some people can't. And I think, you know, now he's gotten his life under control to where he can now just go out there and concentrate and play football. And so, you know, I think the sky's the limit for him. I think, you know, there's still, you know, from what I'm hearing, there still needs to be some structure and some direction and guidance in his life. But I mean, I think if he gets that part of it, you know, under control, then, you know, the sky's the limit for him.
Can I get one more segment out of you to close up the show?
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
I'm coming back.
Not just from this break. You mean for another show, is what you're saying?
From the break and the show.
I like it. That's Terrell Owens, and he's a man of his word. Don't go anywhere. We're back with T.O. At Terrell Owens on Twitter. And soon you will be able to find his Prototype 81 collection clothing line online and the What to Do global campaign. T.O. is here in studio. We're going to close up the show with him in a moment. Okay, this is it. Look at that. My God, I got to wax. This is dreadful.
I got a wax.
Come on.
This is crazy.
I mean, this has got to be some. This is terrible.
Oh,
Flex.
my gosh.
All right, can I try it on? Do you mind?
Oh, you want
mind?
to try this
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because I don't know if I've got the
to
gun show
be
for it.
exposed here for
It's
a
all
second.
right. I don't think you mind, do you?
No, I don't know.
Were you trying it over your shirts?
I've seen the. Okay, there we go. See, this is just.
I mean, work out or
This
something,
is,
T.O.
This is
seriously.
not going to work. I don't know if
Hit a
this.
gym.
Speaking of work, okay, let's see if this works.
I think that'll work.
Hold on. Hang on. Help. Okay. This is not.
My bad.
What do you think?
That looks good, Rich.
The guns? Are the guns? What do you think?
You might need to get that wax.
Got a ticket to the water gun show.
Hold on. There we go.
Gotta get you styled.
Does this work? Does this work appropriately? Is this good?
You almost look like Belichick in there.
This is not. I don't think this is going to sell anything for you, T.O. What do you
Well,
think?
you definitely won't be my model. That's my model, but I'll bring some next time.
Okay. Prototype 81.
Get this going.
There you go. Prototype 81.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming to a website near you. You'll come.
I get real creative with
Okay.
my stuff.
There you go.
We got to get his mic back up.
There's Mike back up. So again, to recap, Prototype 81. It's coming in a website
Real soon.
Absolutely. And the question is I'm going to have to hit a spa much sooner than.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the before. We're gonna
It's
do the
not
after.
good. Yeah.
We're gonna do the after.
That's the before.
Right.
I've never been called before. That's a first. Oh my gosh. There it is. I like it. Well, it's TerrellOwens.com right now.
Yeah, that's
showing.
I mean,
That's cool.
A lot of stuff that I have going on, it will be linked, you know, through all my social media.
Through the branding,
Instagram,
the empire.
obviously my website,
cool.
Twitter.
Excellent. Back with T.O. to finish up the show in a moment. Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. The man who beat back all comers in Alexander City, Alabama, in Michael Jackson contests. Terrell Owens joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. I want to thank you, Andrew Siciliano, for being here for the first couple hours so I could go to my kids' graduation.
My pleasure.
You're
Happy
the
to
man. Also want to thank Michael Thompson and Randy Bennett of St. Mary's College, where Matthew Dellavedova went to school, for calling in, and Eric Davis being here, Warren Moon for calling in, and you, T.O., for being here. Have you heard this beef with Cromartie and Sherman, talking about Cromartie saying that Sherman doesn't travel? I guess he's back in Terrell Revis's play that Revis travels with all the #1 receivers. So what do you consider the best cornerback? Someone who travels or somebody who can lock down in a system in the way that Sherman does?
I say it's a little bit of both. And I think, to Sherman's defense, I think, with their scheme, they won't allow him to do that.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, Sherman has that competitiveness about him. And he has that swagger about him to want to do that. I think he has the athletic ability to do it as well. But again, you can only do what you're allowed to do. But I mean, Cromartie, I mean, I'm sure, he can do it, or if he has or hasn't, I don't really know. But I think he has the ability to do that as well. Again, you can get exposed too, traveling, with some of the best receivers out there. So, I don't know why it's got to be beef. I guess it's something every summer.
I think he's
every
back.
offseason.
I think he's backing Terrell. He's teammates with Revis again, and Revis is #1 in his mind. And he just went at Richard Sherman, who basically said his response was great because he basically said that we're the #1 defense. Why would we change anything? And #2, right. Because I went to the Super Bowl, Cromartie got my Pro Bowl spot, so you should be thankful that we're that good.
He's always,
I knew you'd like that.
Hey, he's always has a comeback. He's very quick on his feet.
T.O., thank you for coming in here.
Thank you guys. Man, I appreciate you guys for having me.
You bet. And come back anytime you want. How many snaps could you give me right now? How many plays?
Dude, I'm ready to go right now.
You could go full game right now?
Absolutely.
If a team called you'd play?
I'm not gonna go say it's
okay.
Full game, but I can give you at least 75% of the game.
So 40, 50 snaps you can give?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's really, really all I need. To be honest, I mean, like I said, I've kept myself in shape. I know we talked about the Hall of Fame thing early in the segment, and I haven't officially retired, Rich, but given the right opportunity, I know I can play despite what anybody says. And I happened to have a conversation with a gentleman not too long ago, and he brought up the issue of my age. And my thing is, for me, I feel like I'm one of those guys that could really defy the odds. I'm not your average 41-year-old.
Well, I appreciate you coming in here, T.O. Thank you for coming in.
All right.
Thanks, and thanks for everyone for the Rich Eisen Show. Peace out.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.